So I'm finally caught up to reading Absolute Batman after reading it through the trades, and I want to talk about my experience trying to catch up with the series, trying to get the single issues, and my thoughts on the series so far. Hello, and welcome to Travis Talks Comics. Today we are talking about Absolute Batman, probably the best-selling book every single month and the best book in the comics industry right now, some people might even say. So, when this book was first coming out, I was still getting into comic books as in terms of being like a hardcore reader, because I'm literally at my local comic book store every single Wednesday for like the past month or so. So I definitely have to stop a little bit. But, Absolute Batman is definitely worth the hype. If you have not read it, definitely pick up the trade paperback. That's what I was doing. And I was reading it through trade for the longest time because my reasoning was that I had too much stuff on my pull list, which in the grand scheme of things, I had less than 10 titles on my pull list. I think between 5 to 7 titles, which isn't the biggest, but it is still a decent chunk of change every single month. And I was like, I can't add Absolute Batman on there. As much as I wanted to, that series was very, very good, but I was like, I'll just read it through the trades because they're obviously going to keep releasing trades. And then Volume 2 came out, it came in the mail, and I read it. Obviously, it has Bane on the cover, and I was like, yeah, this series is really, really good. Scott Snyder is so insane. He is probably the best writer for Batman right now. And the fact that he's able to revolutionize these characters, not just Batman, but his rogues gallery, his side characters, literally everything within the Batman mythos, and just turn it on its head and do such crazy and amazing things with it. The pacing of the book still is super fast, but it feels right. There's so much within every single issue, but we're able to learn a lot about these characters, and it's just a blast. So after I read this, I was like, okay, Ultimate Spider-Man just ended, so there's an open slot on my pull list. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to my local LCS and I'm gonna talk to them and be like, yeah, add Absolute Batman on there. And ever since then, I was trying to catch up with the issues, because obviously with the second trade paperback, it ends with issue 14. And after this, they had a couple of one-shots with the Arc M special and also the annual. So with the annual, I actually bought this when it came out just because Daniel Warren Johnson, the cover, him fighting white supremacists, I was like, okay, yeah, I am sold on that story. And usually annuals you could treat as one shots anyway, so I was like, yeah, you know what, I could read this, I could pick it up and just read it as its own standalone story, which there is a placement for it within the Absolute Batman timeline, but it doesn't really matter that much. Anyways, yeah, the Daniel Warren Johnson story, I reread it, I really enjoyed it, so I didn't really have to pick that up. But I had to pick up issues 15 through 18. So these were the issues that I had to figure out along with everything in between. There is a Absolute Wonder Woman crossover. So what did I do? So first up, I had to figure out how was I going to get issue 15, because this one is with the Joker. And obviously, people love the Joker. And this version of Joker is very, very interesting. So I decided to just get it with the second printing. And the second printing was already sold out, I'm pretty sure, at all of my local shops. I didn't check personally, but if I didn't see it at my shop, I was like, it's not going to be at any other shop. So I just bought it online, and I also bought with it, because this was the newest issue at the time, and I didn't know if my local LCS had it, I got issue 17 as well, which is the start of the Poison Ivy stuff, which she's very, very cool. So yeah, I got those two issues together. And then with everything else, I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Because I was looking at first printings for Arc M, the Absolute Wonder Woman issues, and also just how was I going to, figure that out? So I was like, oh, they're doing second printings. And they did them all within the same exact day earlier this month on March. So I just waited and I just bought those then. It was definitely a little bit, of a process for me to be like, oh my God, I want to read these, but I don't want to read them digitally. I want to actually buy them and then read them, because, if I just read them online then buy them, it's I'm really getting them just for the collector's value. I want to read them as well. So yeah, I waited for the second printing of the Arc M special, the Absolute Wonder Woman tie-in issue 15, and then also Absolute Batman issue 16. So yeah, I'm so glad that Absolute Batman is popping off so much that DC's like, yeah, we'll do second printings, third printings. The first issue, I actually bought the 11th printing, because I was at one of my other shops on Long Island that I frequent every now and then. It is called Golden Memories. And they do a special, I believe it's if you buy 5 you get 2 comics for free, so it obviously encourages you to buy more comics. So I was trying to fill out those 7, and this one was one of them. And yeah, you know, I just wanted to go and get something that if I ever meet Scott Snyder, which he is a local on Long Island. He does live around where I live. So I was like, okay, you know what? If I ever do get to meet him, whether it is at a local comic book store or at a convention, I definitely want to get something from him to sign. So yeah, you know, 11 printing, I don't mind. I think people that are hunting down first printings for Absolute Batman, you are brave. You are definitely the collector that I personally really wish I could be, just because those books are so expensive. And I'm just like, you know what? It's fine. As long as I have the books that I could read and enjoy them, like within the trades, and obviously the second, third printings, etc. I'm like, that's fine. That's completely okay with me. And I literally just finished reading issue number 18, I believe is what's out. Yeah, issue number 18. And I'm pretty excited about what's going to happen next. I don't know anything about the Court of Owls because I didn't read Scott Snyder's original run on Batman. I do have it, but I just haven't read it yet. So I definitely have to do that going into next month for my comic log. So yeah, that's it for this video. I know this video was a little bit weird of me just rambling and talking about Absolute Batman in terms of like, how did I figure out on how to get the rest of it? Oh yeah, just like second printings, third printings, whatever. So yeah. If you have not read Absolute Batman yet and this video convinced you in any way, thank you. Subscribe. I put new videos out whenever. I'm trying to do something new here with this comic book channel, so any support is greatly appreciated. If you want to follow me on social media, I am at TV Sonic Gaming. You can also check out my podcast called the Travis and Damien Podcast about games and pop culture every other week. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching this video once again. Now, see you guys next time with more videos.